Hello and welcome back to another Beating Every 3-star. The first one I'll be playing is Battle World by GMonkey40. So it's a pixel block level. I like that there's a foreground and that there's something pretty unique about it in terms of transitions. There's some unconventional block usage and fade effects here. It's a bit more creative than the average pixel block level, and I appreciate that. There's been a nice amount of colour variation throughout. Some interesting particles here. I think it's slightly overdone with the one that's following the player. Gameplay's been slightly janky, and there's been a few bits that have been rough around the edges. Not a fan of these pulsing structures. I think it's a little messy overall, and this bit's just lazy. It would be nice to see some new particles now. These same like firework effects are a bit boring now. Transitions could use some work. Gameplay wise they're completely fine, but there's little bits that stick out on the screen that should have been cut off earlier. It's pretty solid with a good length. There's some parts where, like this, they're just saws, and I don't know what's happening there. Overall, a very unpolished level. However, it had some decent ideas, and I do appreciate that. I think star rate was definitely the best rating for this. Hogwash by Zoo. Nice effects. I like the use of area triggers. I also like the fact that everything's outlined where it's about to go, and then you have the moving objects that go into those outlines. It makes the gameplay significantly more clear. Interesting use of colours. I do feel like they slightly clash, however this unconventional style works with it. It's definitely unconventional in colours and designs, and general structuring, to be honest. Kind of have this stereo madness structuring vibe. This part has a lot of energy. I like the colours significantly more. They're kind of autumnal. Not anymore, but they were. It kind of reminds me of Dansman. It looks really good. And recently, Zoo's levels have been slightly brain rot. However, they're still very well executed, which I do find quite amusing and I do appreciate. I like having Zoros back playing more. Reassure by Cecily. Nice colours. Would be nice to see some sort of contrast in colour, however. Maybe the light orange could be switched to a light blue. We have switched completely to a light blue, but now the light blue in the blocks could be an orange. I think just having some contrasting element makes the part feel significantly more interesting. It makes the level pop more. Some nice shader usage. Apologies for the background noise, there's an angle grinder going off behind me. Overall, the structuring's been pretty solid, but very generic. The saws have been repetitive and so have the blocks. However, I do think this has been well made. Just going to change the colours in these blocks to show what I was meaning. If I change this to a nice light blue, you just have this contrasting colour that makes the blocks stand out significantly more. The colours pop more, and it just feels significantly more interesting overall. Next one is Ha 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 Easy Map Test by Real Ha Ha Ha. I remember when some of these levels were released. I loved Ha 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 levels. As you can expect, this is very outdated. However, for a level of this age, it's very good. It has some creative designs. I like the use of layering within these rotating things. There is a block design to an extent. For an old level, the gameplay's not so bad. I wouldn't say it's particularly enjoyable, but it's alright. Okay, maybe I'll take that back. The use of colours is very unique for a level of its age. There's some interesting combinations, and I do think they work very well. Overall, the gameplay's been very janky and repetitive in parts like that. It's mainly transition-wise, though. Some unique gameplay here, and a very, very long end screen, I think. Definitely a cop-out part here. It says thanks for play, which I find quite amusing. Oh, there's more to it, though. That's a bit evil for a 3-star. Cool. Black hole. Here we go, this is what I was wanting. I really wanted a thumbnail for this video. I haven't had a decent one in a while. This gameplay is absolutely atrocious. If you compare this to the other level, you can definitely see why I liked Ha Ha Ha's levels so much. I skipped a portal and that's probably going to kill me. I reckon I can do this though. The gameplay is not actually that bad, but the way it's been laid out is absolutely abysmal. Like, the use of just spikes looks awful. Compared to the other level, the colours, they're just non-existent, they don't change at all, and they're completely monochromatic, which is fine, but there is no variety. Honestly, the gameplay's been relatively fun. I definitely don't think it's a 3-star. However, the structuring just ruins it for me. There's no thought of composition, it's just spam objects and make the gameplay playable. I actually didn't dislike it as much as I thought I would though. Mystique by LLTG. Simple glow level, could use a little bit of block movement. I'm aware that this saws move, but it's so subtle you don't really notice. They could move a little bit more. The ground designs are nice. I like the fact that some of the parts of it are hollow. I don't know how I managed to survive that. Structuring is actually really nice. I like the use of transparent blocks here. Everything feels very floaty. There's been some solid effects. They've been very repetitive, and the designs are the same as the previous part, which is a shame. But the colours have changed and they look nice. Some more decent structuring here. Nice separation between the top and the bottom of the block. I honestly like the use of white within this part, and there's some nice pulses to go along with it. This is pretty solid, and I do appreciate the fact that they labelled the J-blocks. Zomi by Reassure. Very nice colours. Not a fan of the fading to black, it just seemed completely unnecessary. Designs are pretty solid. They're like the average daily level back when this was released. The designs are quite messy here actually. I think they could be cleaned up a little bit. However, they do look pretty good. Would be nice to see some more sloped structures. I know there's slopes on the side of the structures, but they haven't been integrated within the block design, they've just been slapped on the side. This has been very consistent so far. The structuring could be a little bit better. Overall, there's been very decent colours, nice amount of glow, it's not overpowering, and the designs have been slightly messy, but fairly good. Deep Blue by Comet Face. I absolutely love Comet Face's new level. I believe I played this when this came out, and then realised it was a 3-star and wanted to save it for this series, and I finally got to it. I actually don't like the glow usage. I get the idea with it, it makes it look a bit blurry, but the lack of blending just makes it feel weird to me. Also, electricity is usually used as blocks that you can't jump on. It could have been a bit clearer that you could stay on it beforehand by making you land on it instantly. It's currently fairly difficult to see what you have to do. It is readable enough for someone that actually knows 3 stars pretty well, as I would like to think I do. But for new players, which is what 3 stars are meant for, I don't think it worked too well. It was a nice progressive level, could have used a little bit more variety, but overall, pretty consistent, pretty good. And yes, 3 years ago. Nandy by Junior202. Okay, so you have to... This is a weird level. The controls are something that I'm not a fan of. I don't know how to get up to this flag. This feels fairly difficult. Why would you want to do that though? Oh, that's why. Very clever concept. Oh dear, I forgot to reset it the actual way. I like this concept actually. It's pretty cool. I'm not a fan of the controls, but I'm so used to 2.2 with mini games that are very good that it's pretty understandable. This is really tricky. Like, what would I do with this? Oh dear, I did it again. Oh, I think I do know what I need to do. I just need to go here and then go around here, click that, and then fall on that and jump. Okay, not as difficult as I thought it was. Nearly did it again. This is really tricky. Maybe you can make this jump. I wouldn't have thought you could though. No, you can't. There must be some way of getting over to that right hand side, but I just cannot figure it out. Unless I have to... No. Oh! I think I know it. That's clever. And you move over here, and then you can jump up onto this, and then jump across. Oh! Right, I've got it. So, over here, and then you want to create some sort of platform, and then you want to do that, and then you want to go here, and then you want to go here, jump, and then you're here. That's tricky. I don't think this one's going to be too hard. Just jump like that, okay. Okay, I'm hoping I've beaten it because for some reason the controls are broken. Like, I can't go the other way, it just makes me jump. I did, I beat it. Phew. 7 minutes! Cool level though. That's going to be a pain to edit. I didn't expect that to be the last level of the video, but that is going to take so long to edit. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye!